Crying Wolf, and Other Tales. Story characters: Crying Wolf, Casmus, Sirius, the dog, the wolf, the goose with the golden eggs, Yanis, Daphne, the goose, the bear and the two travelers, Marius, Nikos, the bear. Crying Wolf, Part 1. Casmus is a shepherd boy in Greece. One evening, he is bored. What can I do? He thinks. He goes to the nearest village and cries, "Help! A wolf is eating my sheep!" The villagers run up the hill angrily, but the sheep are standing there quietly, with no wolf. "Where's the wolf?" they ask. "It isn't here now," Casmus says. Later, Casmus tells his dog Sirius, "What a good trick! I lie and they believe me." The next week, Casmus cries, "Wolf!" again, and all the villagers run up the hill. But this time, some villagers listen when Casmus speaks to Sirius, so they learn about his trick. "Never tell lies again," they say. "All right, I promise," Casmus answers. Crying Wolf, Part 2. The next day, Casmus is watching the sheep. Suddenly, Sirius hears a noise. A big wolf comes out from behind the tree. It takes a lamb in its mouth. Casmus runs down the path to the village. "Help!" he cries. "There's a wolf on the hill, and it's killing my sheep." "Remember your promise. Don't tell lies," the villagers say, and they quickly close all their doors and windows. "But this time it's true. Please help me," Casmus cries. Casmus climbs back up the hill alone. He finds some of his lambs, but they are dead. "Where's Sirius?" he thinks. "Sirius, where are you? Come here, boy," he calls again and again. Just then, he sees his dog on the ground. "Oh no! Sirius is dead too," he cries. Casmus sits down slowly. "I understand now," he thinks. "When you tell lies, people stop listening to you. From this day, I must always tell the truth." The Goose with the Golden Eggs, Part 1. Yanis and Daphne live in a little house in the country. One day, a young goose walks up the path to the front door. They look after the goose carefully, and every day it becomes bigger and fatter. One morning, the goose lays an egg, but it isn't an ordinary egg. "Look at this, Daphne," Yanni says. "It's a golden egg. Can you believe it?" Later, Yannis goes to a shop in town. He sells the golden egg there for lots of money. The next morning, the goose lays a golden egg again. Yannis and his wife look after the goose well. Day after day, they find a golden egg under it. Yannis sells all the eggs, and soon they have lots of money. One evening, Yannis is counting the money when he thinks, "This goose is very slow. It lays only one golden egg every day, no more. I want to become rich more quickly. What can I do?" The Goose with the Golden Eggs, Part 2. The next day, Yannis takes out a big knife. "What do you want that for?" his wife asks. "I want to kill the golden goose," he answers. "Then we can have all of its eggs now." "Is that a good idea?" Daphne asks. "Yes, of course," Yannis says. "With all those golden eggs, we can become the richest people in any of the towns and villages near here." Yannis goes into the garden alone. He quickly kills the goose, and he opens it with his big knife. "Oh no! I can't believe it!" he cries. "There aren't any golden eggs inside it." "You fool!" Daphne cries. "Our golden goose has an ordinary goose's body. Now it's dead, and we can't have any more golden eggs." Later that day, Yannis says, "We can never find a golden goose again." "You're right, Daphne. I am a fool, a greedy fool." "And when people become greedy," Daphne says, "they often lose everything." "Yes," Yannis answers quietly. "I know that now." The Bear and the Two Travelers, Part 1. One day, two friends, Marius and Nikos, are traveling through some woods. Marius has a big bag on his back. Inside the bag, there are lots of things. He wants to sell these in the nearest town. Suddenly, the two men hear a loud noise. Nikos stops walking. "What's that noise, Marius?" he asks. Just then, a big brown bear arrives on the path. It stands up on its back legs in front of the two travelers. "Ah, it's a bear!" Nikos cries loudly. He quickly climbs up a big tree, and he leaves Meros alone on the path. Meros can't climb the tree because his bag is big and heavy. What can I do? He thinks. Meros suddenly has an idea. Bears never touch a dead body, he thinks. So he lies down on the ground and doesn't move. The big, heavy bear walks slowly over to Meros. Meros closes his eyes and stays very still. Nikos looks down from the tall tree. He watches the bear. It moves nearer to Meros. Nikos is afraid. He doesn't help his friend. The Bear and the Two Travelers, Part 2. The bear begins to sniff Meros with its big black nose. First, it slowly sniffs his body, but Meros doesn't move. Then it sniffs his hair, nose, and face. But Meros doesn't open his eyes. Next, it sniffs his ears for a long time. But Meros lies very still on the ground. Nikos watches carefully from the tree. That bear is whispering something in Meros's ear, he thinks. What's it saying? I want to know. In the end, the bear becomes bored with Meros. It walks down the path and goes away into the woods. After some minutes, Meros stands up. Nikos quickly climbs down the tree and runs to his friend. Are you okay? Tell me about the bear's words in your ear, Nikos says excitedly to Meros. I must know the truth. All right, I can tell you his advice to me, Meros says. When times are bad, you know your true friends. And after all this, I know you better. And you're not a true friend to me, Nikos.